So I've recently come across this small-time Twitch streamer who wanted to raise $5,000 in order to fly to the Philippines so he could meet his dad for the first time in his life. He thought he'd eventually hit his goal, but it might take some time. But then literally this week, as he was signing off stream and saying goodbye to everybody, a mysterious donator by the name of Fatih Melon dropped a nearly $5,000 donation, essentially funding his entire trip. And while this is a pretty heartwarming story by itself, what's even crazier is that our mysterious donator has been quietly dropping dozens of life-changing donations for a while now. Okay, so I first learned about our mysterious donator through a streamer named KingDuvvy. That's the guy I mentioned off the top. And up until he turned 18, Duvvy really didn't know much about his dad.
I've never met him, never known my father. When I turned 18, my mom kind of like showed me like his profile on Facebook and stuff, and like my siblings over there, or one of my brothers, and like gave me the option if I wanted to contact him. I knew about him my whole life. I just had she never gave me like his real name. When I turned 18, she like gave me pretty much all of his info that she had. So then this summer was just a really hard summer, and it's something I've always struggled with, is just not having that like father figure in my life.
Yeah, of course.
And so I decided, like beginning of fall, late summer, I was like, hey, I think I'm ready. Can we try and reach out to somebody?
He eventually got in touch with his dad over social media, and then with the help of a friend, they started this fundraiser and tried to raise money through Twitch donations. He kicked off those fundraising efforts on November 19th, and it's here where we meet the dude named Fatih Melon.
We raised like $200 something, but before any of that happened, Fatih Melon, the dude who donated the rest of it, gave me $500 because I had told him in like another person's chat beforehand.
So right off the bat, it's pretty easy to see that this dude who calls himself Fatih Melon is probably a pretty generous person. Duvvy is streaming on Twitch in one of those group streams where everybody has like a separate panel. And at this point, he's raised about $1,200 and he needs about $2,000 for the plane tickets. Duvvy told me that his plan was to raise the $2,000, buy the tickets for February, and then between now and then, raise enough money for hotels, food, and a camera so that he could document the whole trip. But as he's literally signing off to go watch a friend's basketball game, this crazy moment happens.
Bro. I get there, I do like 10-minute cardio just to walk up, and start everything.
Damn, you good?
Damn!
What happened there?
Yeah, wait, is Tubby good?
That was a sudden rush.
Somebody just donated
Oh my god!
$4,800.
Oh shit.
Oh
Whoa.
my god!
Yeah, he killed him.
Whoa.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Fatih Melon showed up again and dropped nearly $4,700 in donations. It's an insane moment, and it's a reminder to me that Twitch could be a great place for the little guy, something that I think gets lost when we're constantly covering Twitch's fuck-ups. Now, these donations changed Duvvy's life, but his story is only one small part of a much larger story that I want to share with you. Because as it turns out, Fatih Melon has been doing this for months. I reached out to him, and while he doesn't feel like talking on the record, we've been DMing back and forth quite a bit, and he's cool with me sharing some of his story. Fatih Melon is something of a philanthropist, somebody who donates money regularly because they can. After he was introduced to Twitch a year ago by a friend, Mellon started donating to small streamers whenever he could, and he's become something of a mysterious Twitch legend.
What the fuck?
What? No, that's not real. Is that real?
Yeah.
A $3,333.33 donation? What the fuck?
Holy
Holy shit! What?
King Nelly.
Fatih Melon? Who's Fatih Melon? What? $3,333.33 donation? What? Holy shit! Who's that? Who is Fatih Melon?
He donated over $2,500 to a streamer named Missbehavin to help her fund a new PC.
Guys? Is Fatih still in here? Is Fatih still in here? Is Fatih still in here? here, you freaking. Why are you so good to me?
And he apparently gifted over 1,100 subs to this dude who fell the fuck out of his chair.
Dad, fuck you! Oh shit, shit, shit.
Now, in talking with Fatih Melon, he estimates that he's given over $250,000 between gifted subs and straight donations in the last 4 months. To be very clear, I reached out to him about this story. He's not some dude looking for attention or clout. He just happens to be in a position to give back to people in need, and honestly, he donates sometimes just so people do some funny shit on stream. Like, repeat Fatih Melon for 10 hours straight.
Fatih Melon, Fatih Melon, Fatih Melon. Fatih Melon, 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 Fatih Melon.
Or to watch a streamer completely obliterate a melon with various household objects. Now, I've talked a lot of shit about Twitch, and they often deserve it. But to me, this story gets at the heart of what Twitch is truly capable of in their best moments. I mean, just think about it for a second, right? Mellon could have taken all of that money and donated it to a big charity, which theoretically would have gone to a good cause. But we don't get to see the immediate impact. We don't get to see how important it is to give back to people when they actually need it. Twitch, at its best, provides that immediacy. It allows us to literally see how important it is to give back in a positive way. And honestly, you don't even need to give back financially to see that positive change.
These are tears of happiness, by the way. I'm just thinking back about all the people I've met, you know, while starting this journey off in this fucking closet. So, you guys changed my life, single-handedly. And I appreciate you guys.
And honestly, I have no idea who this Fatih Melon is. Like, his social media presence is literally a photo of a melon, and there's no like verifiable photos of him anywhere. There are 2 other Fatih Melon stories that I want to share with you before I leave. Meet Mu. He's a DJ who regularly streams on Twitch. And he's also a bit of a heavier guy who recently decided that he wants to live a healthier lifestyle. So someone in Mu's chat recently asked him how much it would take for him to eat a salad on stream. And Mu jokingly responded, about $1,000. Fatih Melon just happened to be in Mu's Twitch chat when he joked about this, and he reached out to the streamer and said, hey dude, check your PayPal account.
I don't remember exactly, or if maybe just Mini had brought it up in general, he had asked me on camera, he was like, hey, you know, how much would it be for you to eat salad? Because I hate salad. And I jokingly said on camera, $1,000. Fatih Melon happened to be there that stream, watching us do this. I went off camera and checked because he said check my PayPal, and lo and behold, the man actually sent me $1,000.
And here's the original clip when it happened live on Twitch.
Mu. Oh, you're gonna make me cry, stop!
That's the biggest donation I've ever gotten, shit.
Yay!
Holy shit.
Fatih Melon ended up donating another $666 to Mu and said that if he was serious about getting healthy, he would fund a meal plan for him to help him stay on track. The last guy I want to tell you about is a small streamer named BearHwang, but I'm going to use his first name, Dan. Now, Dan is one of the first people Fatih Melon donated to. Now, at the time, Dan was streaming a ton of Fortnite. And while Mellon says that he doesn't really care about Fortnite, he was watching Dan and loved his overall attitude, so he donated $1,000 to the small streamer.
One of the people I met through Twitch, she hosted me. I was, super grateful and just, saying my thanks and welcoming all the new people in chat. And Fatih was one of them. Fatih Melon was one of them. I start up another game, and then close to the beginning of the game, he donates $500 to me. So I turn my cam on, and I thank Fatih Melon 500. Like, that's crazy. Thank you so much. And like literally as I'm like thanking him, he donates another 500.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have the original clip, but once Dan realized what was happening, he actually broke down on stream and explained why he was streaming in the first place.
We were pretty behind on mortgage loans. So the end product would have been that basically we would just have to, clean up shop and move somewhere else, take a loss on the house. My mom wasn't working at the time. My dad wasn't working either, so it really was a tough spot.
And after Dan explained that he was streaming so he could bank a bunch of money to help out his mom, Fatih Melon was blown away and donated another 10 grand.
He donated 500 3 more times to make the total 2.5K. I'm trying to keep calm. I'm trying to, still be on my game. I'm still streaming, so I'm playing, and then he donates another 2.5 to make the total 5. Yeah, and then he donated another 2.5 and then another 2.5 to make the total 10. I just remember being so happy. I gave my mom half of it. I gave my mom 5K just to pay off a month or 2 of the mortgage loans, and just being super proud of myself and happy and grateful, obviously, to Fatih Melon that I could give my mom this check for 5K,
So that's it, guys. We found this random dude who's donated over 250 grand to small streamers. Twitch did something positive for once. Happy fucking holidays. Well, this is my thought, right? So I get it. At one point in history, some dude boiled down a bunch of fucking oats and managed to get whiskey. Sure, I understand that. But who fucking decided it was a good idea to take heavy cream, raw eggs, blend that shit together, stick it in a carton, and sell it for fucking $4 a liter? Who wants it? And who makes it? Nobody wants that shit. It's not good.
Is that what eggnog actually is?
Yeah, and then there's some booze in it.